The architecture of social investment. Rapid urbanization is the most unprecedented phenomena in recent decades of the world's development. With more than half of the global population living in cities, the coming age will be a predominantly urban one. Self-building and self-organizing is at the heart of growing urban communities, transforming the world's cities into gigantic, uncontrolled and informal territories. This urbanization outpaces formal production modes of providing affordable and adequate housing for the growing masses. In about 20 years, 2 billion people, or 1/2 of the urban population, will be living in precarious, slum-like conditions. While many existing formal supply channels cannot cope with the growing demands for shelter, cities that develop informally and without sufficient infrastructure threaten the health of their inhabitants and the balance of our ecosystem. Despite their potential dangers and devastating impact, these informal cities are, for many urban dwellers, the only viable alternative for accessing land, services, job opportunities, and social mobility. The flexibility and adaptability of self-built and self-organizing systems have proven the most resilient to the current economic crisis. Informality has become an integral part of the dominant mode of urban production. The crisis of the human habitat is the downside of a global economic system that fails to produce sustainable environments for everyday life. How can we reconfigure existing production modes and re-urbanize finances, resources, and social capital? How can we redesign sustainable urban economies? How can we redirect city building into a sustainable practice, one that can turn everyday places into nurturing environments for individual and shared ways of life? The productivity of future cities is dependent on their ability to reinvent the relationship between urban design and local practice, between formal and informal development, bottom-up and top-down organization, and between micro and macro scales. With the paradigm shift from top-down planning to multiple networks in building practice, new actors, technologies, financing mechanisms, and public-private partnerships need to be established in order to guarantee the principles of good urban governance. The impact of urban design on the process of city building will not only determine how we conceive, produce, organize, and use everyday environments, it will increase the value of our building environment, providing a social investment in our urban future. Sustainable design practice acts as an interface guaranteeing social, economic, and ecologic sustainability, as well as the qualitative improvement of our everyday livelihood. The city of equitable and sustainable investments is the city of heterogeneous actors and multi-scalar networks. Existing hierarchies and public functions make way for hybrid organizations, where the whole is more than just the sum of its parts. This kind of city negotiates the most diverse of interests. Inclusive urban design practice can shape the collective body of emerging future cities, interweaving the hyper-local and the global through market economy, self-organization, and good urban governance, resulting in innumerable leviathans, tamed monsters, that associate, produce, and interact. We are shaping the city via multiple networks. In return, the city shapes us. Urban Inform is a platform for the exchange of knowledge and network building. The nonprofit association is committed to promoting and implementing holistic urban design practices as social investments in our collective future. Participate in our Urban Inform Competition 2010, The Architecture of Social Investment. For more information, please visit the website urbaninform.net.